Spark FM.
Y'all, jigga man be ballin'. Leave chicks pigeon toed. Some of them be crawling.
Spark FM.
Oh gosh, it's me again.
New England's #1 urban Caribbean music. Radio. Spark FM.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
Hang on, hello. This is what I'm waiting for. What's the music?
Drop the beat.
Oh, there we go. I felt like this beat should have been harder for me. Should have been more, what you call it.
Well, this is AO technology. Not what I thought it was.
Oh, there we go. Now we're cooking with oil. Now we are good to go. I can hear me, I can hear you, and I can hear God. Hello. Hello. I can hear God speaking to me. Lord is saying good morning. Good morning. How are you guys? Good morning, good morning, good morning. I see you guys are starting off the morning a little slow today. So are we, because it is Friday. This week has gone by pretty darn quickly.
It did.
Has it? It has. It has been strenuously long.
Yeah.
I mean, quick.
Quick.
Studiously.
Mm-hmm.
Quick. Swift. Rapid. Racy. What's some other words? Frantic. Fruitile. Because you know what today is?
It is.
F-word Friday.
Yes, it is.
This is where we get down with all the F's, the F-eries.
It's Friday the 13th.
It is.
I like a Friday.
What are we going to do? We got to go to the scary drive-thru with Tristan.
Do they have a scary? Oh, is that why they're playing scary movies this weekend at the drive-thru?
But they play it because this is the Halloween season.
Mm-hmm. It is. It's pumpkin spice season. I love it.
Is that pumpkin spice?
Absolutely.
So tell me, what is the grand phenomenon about pumpkin and its spice?
It's so sweet and warm. And it's kind of savory at the same time because of the spice aspect.
Is it a little salt?
It just makes you feel good inside. It's so happy and jovial. Last night we were in Trader Joe's. I love Trader Joe's during pumpkin spice season. They have pumpkin spice everything.
And I think that's, it's the Beyonce effect, the pumpkin spice situation. It's because it's always around in everything all the time that people get like, oh my God, I hate pumpkin spice. Because people don't necessarily hate Beyonce. They hate her fans and how they wishle and washle around him.
Well,
that's how you pumpkin spice people are.
I hate her. No, you know what it is about pumpkin spice too? A lot of people's favorite season is fall. And I think that pumpkin spice kind of signifies fall is coming, those things or whatever. So
Pumpkin spice makes you feel warm.
It does, right? It's very warming. It's comforting.
Yeah.
Like spicy, think of
because it's like sweet and savory.
Oatmeal or cream of wheat, like in the mornings when it's cold, or like soup or something like that. Pumpkin spice is like, it's a very warming feeling.
Let me ask you guys a question again. You coffee drinkers that drink iced coffees and things as such. What's your favorite? Do you prefer, it's the spinning that gets me stressed out about.
Sugar.
Because they don't make it right. Rarely do you go to places that make, first of all, I'm not a coffee drinker. This is a very occasional thing for me. It came with the $6 meal deal, so it was already difficult enough telling them what I wanted without changing up things too much. Anyhow, the sugar on the bottom, they should put the sugar on the bottom, put a little bit of hot water and melt it, make like a syrup, and then make your iced coffee on top of that.
They also have liquid sugar.
Melt the sugar.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, again, the Dunkin' Donuts that we're dealing with.
Yeah. Do you prefer cold? Why did you choose cold besides it being the thing? Because you could have got hot. Because I do notice that some people do prefer cold instead of
There's
the
a
hot.
lot of people that do iced coffee, and for the longest time I didn't understand it. I still don't understand it, how people have like an iced coffee every day.
Yeah.
For me, it's just like, it's going to be a warm day outside today.
Refreshing.
It's refreshing. I didn't really feel like hot coffee. I don't know. I don't think so. I got the meal, so the sandwich, the hash browns, whatever.
Which is a very good deal.
It is a good deal. But the thing about that is, who wants to drink a hot coffee with your? I don't get that. That's what I was walking up the stairs this morning thinking, like, why do people drink a hot coffee with their breakfast sandwich? I don't get that. For me, it's always why wouldn't you offer like an orange juice or a cold beverage? It's like even when we got this the other day, I was like, we still needed a ginger ale.
Yeah.
Even though I got an iced coffee.
Because I save, for me, I usually, when I'm doing hot stuff, I would either drink it first and eat food after, or eat the food first and then drink. In this situation, eat the food first and then drink after, because I know I want the drink to last a little bit longer. But I mean, these are all very good questions because I'm very interested in people's psyche. What do you prefer, Tristan? Hot or cold
Beverages?
Depends
on what I'm eating. If it's cold outside, I want something hot. If it's hot
outside,
I want something
in the mornings,
cold.
particularly, do you prefer a juice or a savory hot something?
I like something cold.
Why does Why do West Indians believe in drinking tea early? Oh, because of gas and things like that?
Yes.
Or I feel like it's a good time. It's a good way to wake up is with a nice warm Milo or Ovaltine or tea.
I prefer tea to coffee also.
Me
like
too.
coffee is not my thing. So for me, an iced coffee is more like a cold drink.
Tea
in the
is
morning.
soothing. Tea soothes your
It is.
throat and
Pumpkin
it's
spice.
very nice.
I don't drink coffee at all because when I was 12, and that's the rest of the sentence because
Because when I
I shouldn't have been drinking coffee at 12. Maybe I would have
You
drank it now.
used to, Mommy used to give you little shots of coffee in the cream cups when we used to go
Love
to
'em.
breakfast at Bickford's over there on Morrissey Boulevard.
Bickford's.
Yep.
So you started off drinking coffee early. You should be a coffee drinker.
I used to love coffee.
I don't
used
like
to love
coffee
it.
because you could smell it in your pee.
Oh, Spark FM Online,
Hey,
calling
look,
your
we're
live.
supposed to
Hold
done
that
that.
thought, Tristan. Good morning.
Good morning, Miss Cody. Good morning, Saucy. Good morning,
Good
Tristan.
morning, Schneider.
Hey.
What do you like?
Yeah, I got a story. So, I was at a Denny's. Basically, I ordered tea. My girl was with me. She ordered coffee, and then we ordered.
Schneider, you got a girlfriend?
It's going to be a long. How long is it? I said I got girlfriends.
Okay. Yes, Schneider. Pimping
Once
ain't
upon a
easy.
time,
Yes.
there might have been a ring involved, but that's a long story. That's
We
no
can't
longer.
wait.
Schneider
hear it.
spilling the tea on the coffee today.
Well, literally tea, because I ordered a tea, she ordered coffee. It comes back, and I think she gave me like Coke or something like that. I was like, oh, no, I ordered tea. And she's like, yeah, that's what that is. And I'm like, she gave me iced tea, which is weird because she gave her hot coffee. She literally went to the hot coffee station, brewed it, got all the stir-ins and all whatever, the cream. She left the hot station, went to the cold iced tea station to get me cold iced tea.
Where were you?
And then it was in I went to college in Pennsylvania.
So that's why.
The woman had a southern accent.
Yep. Every other place besides New England, if you order tea, they're going to give you iced tea. You have to
Really?
specify hot tea.
Why?
That's
Because
what I'm
it's
saying.
sweet
There's
tea.
no such
And then
thing
it's
as hot
tea
tea.
or sweet tea for
Yeah.
them.
Oh.
But those are both cold beverages. If you want hot tea, you have to say you want hot tea.
Really?
Especially down south.
I never would have. I never noticed that.
Yep.
That's the reason why we broke up.
Yeah. That's why.
All right. Peace out, y'all.
Thank you. That's so interesting.
Yeah. Other places besides New England, especially like the up here, you have to specify that you want hot tea.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay. So that was our morning food
Random
discussion.
Random fact.
Yeah. A quick check-in. How you doing, Miss Tony?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing all right. Yesterday was a good evening. It was a decent day. And I didn't do much. I did make my list and got it in before Friday. I did it incorrectly, but I couldn't find the Google Doc. So I did my list. I did my homework. I'm the only one.
What the fuck is she
I did
talking
my homework
about?
a little bit.
The homework list that we had for
Oh
Spark
yes,
FM.
because I was like, what the?
We were supposed to have it done before today.
Yes.
So I made sure to do
by
my
the end of today.
Oh, by the end of today, because I was like, I don't want to hear nothing from this girl. So let me do this list. And so I did it last night.
I'm just trying to make us rich.
Right.
Okay?
Me too. And my list is a good list. So anybody who wants to jump in and help me get contacts from that list, y'all.
A
Miss
lot of
J
your
and y'all.
list is already in there already.
Oh.
So that's you guys
I couldn't find it in the links. But anyhow.
I plugged it in so that all of you guys who are listening right now could go and find it. It's at the top of the group. But thank you. I saw that and I was like, oh, okay, honey.
I went car shopping by myself yesterday when
How was it? Where?
Across the street from Kumon. And I found a car that I was trying to buy right then. And Daddy was like, no, you can't buy that. So I was like, fine, Daddy.
What's wrong with
why
it?
did he discourage you?
I don't know. It's a 2011 Maxima, right? And okay, I got to go back for my budget. I'm only spending, this is how much I'm spending.
Yeah.
So my top budget right now is only $7,500. I'm just trying to get a winter
Shit,
beater.
it would have been $6,000 for me.
So anyhow, the car was 78.8, but it's a fully loaded Maxima, and it only had like 70,000 miles on it, but like loaded the F up.
But what was wrong with it?
Nothing. Daddy said it's too many miles for that old of a car.
How many?
70 something.
That's
not a lot of
That is not a
miles.
lot of miles
For
at all.
2011?
Yeah.
That's how much years?
Yeah.
That's 15 years. That's what it. What's
That's
that?
in
But
Maxima's a
my
nice
dad's also going off the fact that he got his Honda Accord on Marketplace. It's a 2016. It only had 60,000 miles on it, and whatever he paid. But I'm like, Daddy, that was a rare
steal.
find.
Yeah, no.
like,
and how much
Remember,
were they
it's
selling it
10
for?
to 12 miles per
7,
year.
8.
That's not bad.
He could have beat them down to 7,000, and that's about 10 to 12 years per year.
I'm gonna show it to you, Trey.
And these Maximas are nice. These are nice.
Maximas are nice.
They are very nice.
Sorry, I think it's an Altima. My bad, but still, right? Ain't it the same?
No.
Ain't it the Corolla?
It's like the Corolla.
Yeah. The Corolla to Nissan.
I was more excited with the Maxima.
I was more
Me too.
excited.
So
with
there is a
Maxima.
Maxima out there that we found some young man in Attleboro who has kept it up very, very nice. It's also a 2011, but it's very, very nice kept up, and he has super low miles on it. But I don't know. He's like, he's looking for cash, and I'm scared that if I go out there with cash, he'll rob me and kill me because we watch too much news here.
Jesus Christ.
No.
I'm gonna show you.
Because I was like, how else do you buy used cars?
I'll go out there with you if you go this weekend or something.
Okay, well, yeah, let me see, because I've been holding off on that one because I'm scared.
I don't know if I can go this. I can go today.
Let's go. Let's go to it.
Schneider says the Nissan Altimas are being discounted because their CVT transmission keep failing.
Thank you, Schneider.
What the hell is
I'm not gonna
that?
do
What's
that
a
then.
CVT? A car vertical
Carbon
transmission.
Vehicular.
VTEC?
Transmission.
What's that?
Transmission.
VTEC? No, that's Honda.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Anyhow, I'm looking for a car to buy outright. If anybody knows of a good car, decent deal, please shout me out. I need something.
Tristan, how are you doing, young man?
I'm great. I'm good. I'm feeling good. How are you?
I'm well. I'm well.
I got that from the Outkast album, by the way. But I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. I'm happy it's Friday. Looking forward to this weekend. This weekend is Honduras's Independence Weekend. So tomorrow's our Independence boat ride, and then Sunday is our flag raising.
Oh my!
And
at City Hall.
Raising flag at? What are raising the flag?
City Hall.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow!
Do we do that every year?
Yep.
Shut up.
City Hall raises every flag, I believe.
They do, but I feel like I've never which is I don't want to say that out loud.
You've never been to Honduras one?
No.
Yeah, they really have the Punta people out there and stuff.
Really?
Yeah. They've been doing that for quite some
I feel
time.
disconnected and aloof.
Me as well.
I'm gonna figure that out because we've got to figure that out.
Thank you, Empress. Happy Independence Day, all my Honduran people. Woo, 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 woo.
Woo woo woo.
Viva la
It's-
catracha!
we also share our Independence Day with the rest of Central America as well.
do. We
do.
do.
So shout out to my Central Americans.
Shout out to Baracha. I just wanted to say something.
What?
Whatever, y'all don't know me. Anyhow, people, let's get this show on the road because we got a lot of grounds to cover. Today we'll get into our late breakfast question. We will be talking about all the things and doing all the stuffs. With that said, let's go. Saucy and Friends starts right now.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
The all-new Spark FM. Log on to sparkfmonline.com.
Advertise your business, brand, or music on Spark FM. Contact us at sparkfmonline.com for more information. Call Spark FM at 617-272-3387.
Oh yeah. Today is Friday, September 13th. I was like, what month are we even in? Friday, September 13th. It's approximately 9:35 a.m. in the morning. Today is going to be, currently it's 70 degrees, but we're going to get into high of 84 degrees with a low of 58 later today. We're going to have sunny conditions. Will continue all day. Wind gusts up to 10 miles per hour. For the rest of the weekend, Saturday is looking like 79. Sunday is about 79, and rolling right into the Monday, we're going to go a little higher with the 83 degrees. So it's looking like a gorgeous weekend. No rain in sight. All sunny skies.
Oh, we need some rain.
What are we going to do?
There's so many nice outdoor activities that are planned for the weekend.
Like, tell me.
I mean, well, Sunday is the Soca Project.
Yes.
Is that what it is up there on the
No.
Happy Place.
Happy Place.
Up there on the rooftop of the bowling building, which is, that's a vibe.
Yeah,
I like, there's certain venues that you just feel good being in. Also,
Vibelicious.
Silk R&B is going to be at the Tall Ships in East Boston.
Yeah, we were talking about that this morning.
There's also, I'm going to work on this today while we're here. There's also a very great summit that's going down this weekend, the Alopecia Summit.
Oh, yeah.
That's happening. I will be speaking at it. That is on Sunday as well. I'll be posting that on the Facebook pages as well.
On the pages.
So what? There's more things. There's many more things going on this weekend that I can't whatchamacallit.
And I love it because you got to take advantage of the weather, and it's going to be in the 80s, which is just nice for being outside. It's not too hot when you're outside in a really cool place. So if you want to have a good weekend this weekend, there's things to do to have a good weekend.
Oh, Nicole Boyd just said the 11th Big Head Community Festival.
Oh, is it?
And that's the Big Head. That's by the African American Museum over there. Is that what it is? Big Head Community Festival, September 14th. That's tomorrow.
12 to 5 p.m. The Big Head Community Festival. They have a lot of nice festival and things over there by that Big Head.
They've been trying to incorporate some young people some time. I don't know.
Often when I pass by there, they're having something nice there. So that's cool.
Nicole, if you work with the Big Head people, you should reach out to us. We should collaborate.
We love Nicole. Nicole keeps up abreast of a lot of things lately. Thank you, Nicole. We appreciate you.
Yes. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Let's get into this around the way news. Let's find out what is going on in the hood. A man is charged after a confrontation shooting at Newton pro-Israel rally. All right. Charges have been filed against a Framingham man after a confrontation and shooting at a pro-Israel Israeli rally in Newton, Massachusetts on Thursday evening last night. Scott Hayes, 47 of Framingham, is charged with assault and battery with a dangerous weapon, as well as violation of a constitutional right causing injury following a violent confrontation, Middlesex County District Attorney Marion Ryan said. At around 6:40 p.m. Thursday, Newton police responded to an altercation near Washington and Harvard Streets in the Newtonville neighborhood, and here's the clip.
Rally in Newton, he is badly hurt after a violent confrontation right in the middle of the street. Hello, everybody. Maria Stefanos.
And I'm Ed Harding, and that man has life-threatening injuries at this hour, and another is facing charges. This happened right at a busy Washington and Harvard streets in Newton. Our Jennifer Benyate is live there right now with what we're learning at 11 o'clock tonight, Jen.
Ed, Maria, the shooting happening right here at this corner. Let me get out of the way. And you can see some items left behind by police here who for hours collected evidence to piece together exactly what happened. DA Marion Ryan just moments ago saying the shooting happened just before 7 tonight during a small pro-Israeli demonstration when a man on the other side of the street started confronting the demonstrators crossing the street multiple times, and then things turned violent.
Ultimately, that individual came very rapidly across the street and tackled one of the demonstrators. There was a scuffle that was going on the street, and at some point, Mr. Hayes used a gun and fired a shot that struck the individual who had come across the street.
Oh, my God.
The man who fired the shot is 46-year-old Scott Hayes of Framingham. He's now in custody. I just spoke to a witness who saw the whole thing happen. He, along with Scott Hayes, rendered aid immediately after the man was shot.
At some point in that melee, there was a shot, and but this guy was really tough to take down. He was really determined. He was really hateful.
And he says it was a very scary moment and that there is no room for violence here. Hayes is being charged with assault and battery, and he will be arraigned tomorrow in court.
Wow. This is very unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
like people are loose with guns these days.
Very loose. They don't really care about anything. Like life is just not something that is held with any type of regard.
Mad at the people for
because just hate. It's just hate. Like people. So there's a lot of people that is just filled with hate,
know that
and like anger, and it's stemmed due to all kinds of underlying issues. But like that's just terrible.
Yeah.
Bystanders reportedly lift car off a trapped pedestrian in Somerville.
Nice.
Oh wow!
Wow.
Several bystanders helped lift a car off a pedestrian in Somerville on Thursday. The car struck the victim while he was walking across the street near the intersection of McGrath Highway and Broadway. Construction workers working on a house nearby heard the crash and rushed over to help the pedestrian. The station reported one Good Samaritan, who the news identified as Anderson Pachicho, said that there were no other options than to lift the car off the pedestrian. Pachico told the news that, let's go to the clip because his pop-ups are crazy.
And underneath, that's when witnesses ran over to help. 7's Dan Housley live in Somerville with more details for us at 5 o'clock. Dan?
Well, Adam, Broadway here near McGrath Highway is very busy, but that also meant police could get here quickly after that man was caught under the car right here. But alone, they couldn't do anything about it. They needed help, and they got it. Broadway in Somerville at a standstill after police and nearby construction workers rescue a pedestrian struck in the street and pinned under the car that hit him.
We don't know if the guy was alive or anything under the car, so the adrenaline from everybody started looking at each other like, we got to move the car. That's the first thing that came on the head.
Anderson Pacheco says he and others were working on houses in the neighborhood when they heard a thud and saw the man under the car. Police arrived quickly, but asked the workers to help them save the man's life.
Couldn't drag the car because the guy was underneath, so we couldn't move forward or back because he was a little bit back from the front wheels and had his whole body under the car. So we're kind of like, it is what it is, it's manpower and to lift the car.
Tarcisio Infante watched his boss and others pick the car up and move it several feet away from the victim. What did you think watching that life-saving scene?
Amazing. It was nice. It was like they were trying to save a life. What else? I don't know. But it was amazing.
Police say the victim was conscious and speaking before he was rushed to the hospital. Investigators say the driver stayed at the scene. Yeah, how did it feel to know he's going to be okay?
Oh, we feel great. We wake up every morning to come to work and do our work, and then be able to do that. It's grateful. I wish he's good, and I wish all the best for him.
And police do expect the victim to recover. No word yet on whether investigators are going to place any charges against the driver.
That's Very sad.
Shout out to those
But
people,
I
though.
think that is very cool. I only see that in movies when people lift a car off of someone who has fallen below it.
It's so nice. It really kind of gives you a little faith in humanity. They said that when they were lifting the car, they were like, "Oh my gosh, this car is so light," because there were so many of them that were lifting the car off the person.
Yeah.
I think that's just so cool.
That's
That's a
cool.
really feel good.
And it's good to know that people didn't use their hands to record it instead of helping it.
Right.
You know?
Right. That's true.
good.
Because I don't think there's. Well, I haven't seen any.
I'm
videos of it
hoping
happening.
that everybody was too busy helping that they couldn't record.
That's cool.
CVS pharmacies can now prescribe birth control in Massachusetts. Boy, I tell you, Plan B about to get obsolete because we can just go in and be like, pharmacist, help me, please. Love him. I don't want to get pregnant by him. Pharmacists at CVS locations in Massachusetts will now be able to prescribe birth control. Wow. State lawmakers allotted for a statewide birth control prescription service as part of a 2024 Massachusetts state budget. Representative Lindsay Sabadosa of Northampton said Massachusetts patients deserve access to birth control. With the addition of pharmacists prescribed contraception in Massachusetts, we are putting choice back to the patient's hands and giving them options in how, where, and when they get their contraceptives. The company described in Thursday's announcement that the prescription process will look like a patient can visit a CVS pharmacy and ask for a birth control consultation with the pharmacist, after which the pharmacist would conduct a health screening. A consultation will cost $39 whether or not the patient receives a prescription. If eligible, based on the screening, CVS, the pharmacist will review the different kinds of birth control with the patient and determine which option is best fit. CVS stressed the importance of increasing birth control access in America, pointing to what the company called contraceptive deserts. Nearly 20 million American women live in areas with insufficient access to birth control methods, advocates say. The company said its hopes the new birth control prescription service will help close the gap. 10 other states currently offer birth control prescriptions administered by CVS. Those states are California, Hawaii, Idaho, Michigan, Minnesota, Montana, Nebraska, South Dakota, Washington, and Wisconsin. I think that's good. Yeah. I don't think that birth control should be one of those things that I got to make an appointment to go see my doctor and blah, blah, blah. Which ones is good and which ones is not?
Well, that's the thing. I mean, I think that's the only reason why you should need a doctor's consultation, but pharmacists are considered doctors, aren't they?
Well, Empress, yeah, they have to go to some type, they have to go to
some
more
kind
school.
of D behind them.
Empress said that birth control should be illegal, yet they're making it accessible to everyone. Empress, why do you feel that way?
She's a Empress.
True. She believes in life. Mm-hmm. Birth control should be sold at the register with the Tic Tacs. I agree. I think that's where if the world wasn't so crazy, I feel like Plan Bs should be behind a case that employees could get for you, not necessarily behind the pharmacy desk. Because we do know that there are some very few people that use Plan B as birth control. Very, very few. Very, very little.
I don't know. There's a whole show about that on Netflix. Remember the blind girl that was solving crimes?
I'm scared of young people. I'm scared of the young
like
people.
the 14-year-olds and stuff that's being fast, and they little boyfriend can't pull out fast enough because he's not
Instacart
experienced.
birth control.
Yeah.
No.
Not Instacart.
Not Instacart.
I think you should just be able to go, like how you buy NyQuil. And you got to go and you got to get somebody to come get the NyQuil for you, and you got to show your little ID. It's not NyQuil, it's one of them other Sudafed. You got to show an ID to get it. I feel like that's how easy it should be. As long as I'm 18 plus,
right,
I should be able to go and say, hey, I want this one.
So not prescribed, but not over the counter.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Nicole says, curious why, especially what if someone has a condition where they need birth control pills daily, monthly? Should it be illegal for that reason too? People are asking Empress, you got some answers to give.
Yeah, why? I think that birth control is the better alternative to this whole aborting your baby. You know, like if that's something that if you're not ready to have a kid, I think you should take preemptive measures in order to not have the kid. And unfortunately, pulling out is not the best option.
Right, and that's what I was thinking too. People need to have access. People need to know their medical history. Will the pharmacy have access to that? Some people can't take birth control or only certain types, and that's my only thing about it. You need to and that's why I was asking if the pharmacist is considered a doctor, because you need to know which birth controls you can.
Well, they said that they are going to do the health screening. So usually on those health screening, they ask you if you have any other medications that you're on, or any sickness, heart disease, all those things, and maybe when they cross check it, they find the ones that are, after all the filters are put in, which ones are available, and then out of these ones that are available, which one do you prefer? The only thing is like, what if you, I mean, I guess that's for pill form, but there are a lot of other forms of birth control too, like, you know, like the IUDs and the
Norplants. Do people still use that?
I see a lot of little girls.
Norplant.
That's that little thing that looks like
diabetes.
But I feel, is it only for diabetes? Because I see a lot of people with that little thing attached to their arm.
It can't be no birth control. Yeah, that's for diabetics.
Oh, for diabetics?
Yeah,
okay.
It's slow. They put their phone up to it and they can monitor.
Okay.
Whatever.
Wanda said the pharmacy, Anna said people need to know their medical history.
Yeah.
The pharmacists have access.
Yeah.
Yes, the pharmacy has to make sure it won't have an adverse effect on you. And
But will they have
CVS,
access to your doctor?
Remember, we were just talking about that. They're doing a health screening.
Yeah. Well, if it's CVS, they're the best to know any drug interactions, etc. Yeah. That's the Dexcom, the circle on the arm. Yep, that's what it's for diabetes.
Okay, I see that all the time, and I'm like, why are they wearing that?
And and we do see it all the time, which is another thing that's indicative of like what's going on. That so many people are diabetics these days. It's a lot.
It's the food
and everything.
And everything is just full of sugar. Like,
I know,
all
I'm
this.
sitting here sucking up a teaspoon of sugar every time I take a sip of this.
I don't know about you guys, but when I shop, I try my best not to buy anything that has high fructose corn syrup in there. I try to find natural
red
sugars.
dye.
Yeah.
50. What is that? 50 red 5. Red dye 5. Like all of those things. Like any carb, pretty much gonna break down to sugar. Everything you eat is damn sugar. Pastor Joy, it's the fructose. Yes, the fructose corn syrup. Worcester lower speed limit after crashes involve pedestrian. Oh Lord. Worcester speed limit is like 35. Oh damn, they set it to 25. That's little.
What is that?
The Worcester City Council voted to lower the speed limit to 25 miles per hour citywide in the wake of multiple crashes that injured or killed young pedestrians. This is long overdue and a first step one of many that we need to take, one Worcester resident said during a city council meeting on Thursday. The vote also established several safety zones around the city where the speed limit will be lowered to 20 miles per hour. That's nothing. 3 recent traffic accidents in Worcester involving children, in addition to more than 90 pedestrian-involved crashes in 2024, prompted city officials to declare a road safety and traffic violence crisis in July. A car struck and killed a 13-year-old girl crossing the street in July. In June, a toddler was struck by a car and was sent to the hospital for head injuries. Also in June, a car hit another 13-year-old while she crossed the street. She sustained serious injuries. Sarah Stewart, the minister of the First Unitarian Church in Worcester, was one of several members of the public who voiced support for the speed limit reduction during Thursday's meeting. Fine. Do the speed limit and make all the precautions in the street. I think there's a bigger message here too, that we do need to spend more time teaching children how to cross the street.
Yeah.
And that is something that me and my sister are working on all the time with our boys. They're 9 and 12. And it's just, they are just so careless. Yeah. Like even when they're paying attention, they're still not paying attention. Because CK was spend mad minutes just looking down one side.
Yeah.
Boy, look on the other side across the street.
Or they'll cross the street and be like, did you look both ways? And they'll look both ways after they've already crossed.
Very quickly, yes. And it's maddening to me because we do a lot of walking, so there's a lot of streets to be crossed all the time. And I feel like they're only vigilant when they know that they are walking, like the dog and stuff like that. But I want them to be conscious of crossing the street no matter what.
But that's so crazy. That's a sign of the times, too. Because I remember you learned to cross the street from your little Big Bird dog.
Yep, 100%.
And you were about 2 years old. It was a Big Bird. We had to put a tape in his back and press play so she could talk to him.
And it sat in a nest.
It sat in a little nest.
Put a what?
A little tape or a cassette tape in his back.
And he used to talk to her. And he used to be like, look both ways before you cross the street. And she used to be like, Big Bird said you gotta look both ways. And she was like 3. Oh, he was going, shut up, kid. She was right. But that was like 2 or 3 years old when you were teaching them. I remember.
But we don't have nothing like, I mean, the Sesame Street's still there, but these children don't want to watch no damn Sesame Street.
Not only that, but like looking at Noah and CK, I remember when I was like 9 years old or however young age that I was when we moved over there to where we grew up. Mm-hmm. I used to go to the store by myself all the time. Yep. We can't send these kids to the store by themselves no more. Mm-mm. And I mean, I do see these little kids walking down the street sometimes like 8, 9 years old. And I'd be like, where's their parent? But I mean, like, you should be able to go to the store by yourself.
Your kids got to be a little street smart. You got to let them run loose a little bit.
They're so them boys, not them boys.
Yeah, I remember when I was growing up, I used to know the name of the guy. Tony. Yeah. Tony was the guy. Remember that was the name of the guy with the corner store.
Oh, right over here when you were right here.
Yeah, right, Payson.
Yep.
Yep.
Payson. Oh, what? I thought you were talking about when you lived right here.
No,
do you
by
remember
Payson
living right here?
I do.
Oh, okay.
I do. I remember the crackheads over here by Landor Road. Happy I'm not over here. They still there too.
Them same exact ones. Watch me grow up.
So Hempress explained why she thinks that birth control should be outlawed. She said, sorry they had me doing actual work today. Research shows that it's linked to breast cancer, cervical cancer, heart attacks, strokes, blood clots, migraines, high blood pressure, liver tumors, fibroids, mental health issues in women.
She's 100% correct.
She is.
She's super duper correct. That is true.
But you know what causes heart attacks and strokes and migraines and all, and high blood pressure? Children. You gotta pick your poison.
You either get it before, you either get all those things before, or you get them after.
Right. I mean, I can't speak. I think I probably took birth control once when I was 18 because I thought that you had to do that in order to have sex.
I think the only time that I was consistent on birth control is right after I had CK.
Yeah.
And I had an Oh no, that was.
Oh yes, I did have an IUD.
An IUD for like 5 years or something like that.
I had a 3-year IUD after I had Noah. And that's the only time that I had like birth control. And I've never.
I can't do pills.
I've never taken a Plan B, so I don't.
I can't do pills at all. I'll just forget. Next thing you know, nothing.
I'm still trying to figure out how you learned how to cross the street with Big Bird.
He used to tell you. We used to watch Sesame Street, and Sesame Street used to actually like demonstrate for you with children how to cross the street, and then we had tools that constantly.
He literally said, Big Bird said, look both ways before you cross the street, and that was something that was repeated in that little cassette tape all the time. So it was already ingrained in my brain.
We had all those PSAs that used to come out on the TV too.
Hold on, here we go.
Bird.
I'm sorry.
Big Bird. You don't cross in the middle of the street, Big Bird. Cross down the corner, down here.
I'm sorry.
So interesting. Do they do things like this anymore?
Right, they don't. And then, you know what we used to have too? We used to have those things that used to encourage you to eat good foods. A hanker-fur, hunk of cheese.
I thought he was going to say it just now.
What is that?
Gotcha. There goes Saucy, is a good friend.
You know what happens when you have a red light? That means stop. When you have a green light, that means go. Now that's there for you. When you cross in the middle of the street, the car doesn't expect you, right?
Yeah.
So from now on, go down to the corner, cross at the traffic light. You got that?
Yeah.
Traffic light.
I'll remember next time.
May not be a next time.
Big Bird smoked too much that day.
And then he said, you see how they might not be a next time. They instilled a little fear in you after that if you don't do what he said, that you're going to die.
Right. But and like I was saying, we had PSAs on the TV all the time about telling us what not to do. Remember Daffy Duck? Keep those pot handles turned in. All of that. Remember that? Like all of those things we used to have reminding us, this is your brain on drugs. Like all of that. These kids don't have any of that anymore. That's why they're so damn loose. Ridiculous. After school specials. Yep, we used to have after school specials and PSA commercials.
Dare not to do drugs.
Yeah. Kids Incorporated, all kinds of things.
No, they don't have nothing more. They have
Nothing.
Fortnite and Sonic and Mario Super Brothers.
Yep. They can't do
Terrible.
stuff like that now, Saucy. The world's too sensitive. Now they'll find something to take offense to. Everything they will have offense to. Kids Incorporated, they're gonna be like it's child labor and all kind of foolishness.
Because you see how they got the poor migrants coming over here and giving them sex transplants immediately once they cross the border.
Kamala Harris and her policies.
Damn.
A lack of policies.
What is it? Kamala Harris. What is communist?
Kamala.
What they call her?
Kamala.
Commie Harris. He keeps calling him his comrade because that's a dig at communists or something like that. He's
call him jackass because
a D-head.
a jackass.
Former Norfolk correction officer among 5 charged in a scheme to bring drugs into the jail. 5 people, including a former Norfolk County Correctional City Center office, 2 inmates of the Dedham facility, and 2 women are facing criminal charges in connection with a conspiracy to smuggle drugs into the jail. Saugus native Jean Gourard, probationary correction officer, who was hired in April after undergoing a significant criminal background check, screening, testings, and extensive trainings, was fired on August 2nd after admitting to providing Suboxone to 2 murder suspects housed at the facility just days earlier. McDermott said his office launched an investigation into the woman on August 1st after receiving intelligence of alleged illegal activity. The Norfolk County Sheriff's acted immediately after receiving the intelligence. The officer was confronted that day before the start of his shift and was admitted to providing the narcotics to the offenders. He was immediately placed on leave, escorted off the property, and terminated. That's terrible. You can't.
Video.
You know what? That's one of the things. If I was a correction officer, I just wouldn't risk it. That one, like bringing drugs in.
Here goes the video.
I only saw that in Litchfield.
Crazy.
Look
to a criminal institution. 2 of the people charged are murder suspects. Investigators say they are accused of sneaking drugs inside the Norfolk County Correctional Center. They say they had strips hidden inside Wendy's fast food bags. The suspects will appear in court early next month.
You can bring in fast food into the jail?
A little McDonald's?
The what do you call it? The CO.
Oh, the CEO. Yeah. You right.
They just got to do the audit. They just got to do the whole system over.
Yeah.
The whole thing is broke.
It is.
Everybody's corrupt.
I thought even the CEOs, because they can't detect it. I thought they even had to put a little something on the conveyor belt to make somebody else check it and make sure, like in the airport.
No,
they got to do that at the jail.
I probably do, but if you got a friend to get you in there,
give them a little winky wink. Brookline PD released a video of a man suspected of placing skimming. Oh no, placing skimming device at a grocery store. How you got enough time to do that? Is it a quick exchange?
Yeah, the skimming it just literally goes on top. It fits right on top of the thing.
The counter person didn't see it? You didn't see you putting it on it? I feel like there's a little bit of mechanical interference that you got to make, like take one off, put one on.
Does it just snap
on?
on?
It goes on top. It goes on top of it. Yeah. It just
you
goes
just
right
gotta,
on top of it.
Snap it on, I think.
And you won't even know the difference. Like, you gotta, now when you go to if you're using that, you gotta make sure.
Is there telltale signs of what they look like with the skimming device, or they look identical? Police in Brookline released a video they said shows a man placing a skimming device on a credit card terminal at a grocery store. They have not said in which store the skimmer was found, but that he placed the theft device in August. Investigators are warning anyone who shops in Brookline to check their credit card statements and report any issues. Yeah, I report some issues. I got some issues.
Here we go. I found a video on the line.
Let me to see.
And they look very similar. You guys do be very cautious when you're going out there and you're doing your shopping. You do your due diligence and make sure that what you tapping on is real. So look at this.
What is it?
To the left, you have the suspicious. To the right, you have the safe. Cannot tell the difference.
No, I can't.
So I think it's hard to tell the difference.
Especially to the untrained eye like us. Now, the difference can be minute. And in this case, the skimming device attached on the top of the credit card reader is slightly wider than the regular one. You can see by those red indicators. But most people don't have the size of a credit card machine memorized, so it's easy to get caught up in this crime. Now, on the bottom, it's maybe a little bit easier to see. An attachment is added on top of the card reader at a gas pump, an area already well known for skimmer scams. The concern here is these devices can be attached for quite some time before anybody notices. The good news here is that Rochester police say no customers were victimized in this case. That's all thanks to staff at the store who could sense that something was.
I was at another store.
Wow.
Wow.
I could tell on the bottom one, but the top one I really couldn't tell. Like, how am I supposed to know it's a little? Ooh, this looks a little wider.
Yeah, because it is supposed to be wide. But then I'll be sitting there. Is it supposed to be wider or skinnier?
But okay, so let me ask another question, because you know everybody's tapping now. Do the skimmers work with tapping?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Really? That's terrible. That's terrible.
A skimmer is
sophisticated.
It can skim.
Oh, so you don't.
Yes.
I thought you had to put your card in to
You don't
skim.
have to do it, no.
If you tap, it's gonna skim too.
That's
even there's there's people with pocket skimmers. Like I know recently one of my cards got scammed, like because it was made a purchase and there's something put in a place.
You know
That's why
what?
I said you have to have those RFID.
That's why we
wallets.
got to start scanning with our hands like Whole Foods.
Oh hell no.
Or what you said, they have the RDF thing, so it has the wallets now.
Yeah.
That have the carbon fiber like I do.
Yeah.
And show the good people.
What's the carbon fiber hood?
It has these now. You have these now.
Yes.
So these here, you have the ones
Are
that
anti-skimming.
prevent people from
Oh, I want one of those. I feel like I need one of those because I have so many cards that are always all over the place. But then what I don't want to happen is for me to lose that.
Yeah.
And then all of the cards are going.
Yep.
With it a little loosey-goosey, if I drop one, I might still have one card left. It don't matter. Ain't no room on them to pay for nothing, so it don't matter.
Anybody rob me is just practicing.
There were 4 kids and an adult hurt in a school bus crash in Newmarket Square. That's right over there by Mass Ave, right?
Newmarket Square.
Newmarket, that's over there
That's,
by
in the back.
by government
By
by
Massive
City
Gas.
Hall.
Yeah, Mass Gas.
Massive Gas is Newmarket Square.
Yeah.
Massive Gas, Newmarket Square.
Wait, is that Pizza
Oh,
Shop?
I'm thinking about Timeout. What is that?
In the back. So like in the back when you're going through Lord Jeff and all of those places, those warehouse places, that's Newmarket Square behind Victoria's.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What was the question that I just asked?
I don't know.
Is that little pizza shop in Newmarket Square still there? Or did that
corner?
get shut down? Yeah.
No,
Remember?
I think it's still there.
That's a really good pizza shop. Not that anybody would ever know because it's in the middle of Mass and Gas.
The pizza with the blue place?
It's right in front of
Yeah, I
Is
know
it in
the
front
pizza.
or in back of
That's
McDonald's?
some good pizza.
That is a good. It's got a good submarine.
buffalo
dude.
chicken
They
and
do
all
good.
kinda-
I'm gonna have to go get that today. Tastes nice to me.
What is it? What you get from there?
What is the name of that pizza place?
It's called Newmarket Pizza. Newmarket Square Pizza. Man, I'm just going. You were in the kayak. All right.
She's skimming.
I'm skimming. A new vending machine out for Cambridge teen art. This should be interesting. Pull this up, Tristan. A new program in Cambridge is letting people take their art to go. Old vending machines are being transformed to dispense original artworks by teenagers. And here's the clip.
Hold on.
No. This project is the latest creative collaboration between the city and local artists and is adding a lot of excitement around the community.
Art to go. Old vending machines are being transformed to dispense original works by teenagers. Brandon joins us now to explain.
Amanda, this project is the latest creative collaboration between the city and local artists, and it's adding a lot of excitement around the community.
It's not your typical vending machine.
It sure isn't, because these old vending machines have a new spin to them, artwork made by teens.
You put a couple quarters in, push the little lever in.
And out comes a sticker designed by teenagers at the Community Arts Center in Cambridge.
It's like cool to think about oh, somebody has my creation in their pocket right now.
The program began working on the concept a year ago, and they've already installed 2 of these vending machines in the area.
It feels good that we were actually paying attention to what we did.
But that's not all the program is doing to
nice
inspire
radio.
creativity in the community. They looked at a wall outside of their building and asked neighbors what they could do to make it better.
It was getting kind of cruddy, moldy, paint was peeling.
Through a grant, they were able to create a mural and add vibrancy to the street.
I feel so proud, like, knowing that my murals are out here.
These young artists hope both projects encourage more people to explore art.
Nice.
It seriously like opens like a different part of your brain where you can just let loose, see different colors, and experience different like.
Oh, that's
I
dope.
like that.
I like that too.
If you're looking to support the teens and their artwork, you can find one of their vending machines at the Cambridge Side Galleria. The other one is at Bow Market in Somerville. That's
nice.
It's a good places.
That's nice. I like that. I like that.
Cambridge being all Cambridgey.
Very Cambridgey. We're going to go to a quick commercial break and we'll be right back after a few moments. Keep it locked right here. Spark FM Online, Saucy and Friends in the Morning.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the Morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
Spark FM. Spark FM.
This is a message from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Travel increases your chance of getting and spreading COVID-19. Take steps to protect yourself and others. Wear a mask that completely covers your nose and mouth. Masks are required on planes, buses, trains, and other forms of public transportation traveling into, within, or outside of the U.S. and in U.S. transportation hubs such as airports and stations. Stay at least 6 feet away from others. Wash your hands often and watch for symptoms of COVID-19. When traveling back to the U.S., you must show a negative COVID-19 test result or have documentation of recovery from COVID-19 before boarding your flight back to the U.S. Visit cdc.gov/COVID-19 travel to learn more about travel requirements and recommendations.
Finally Home is a must-read step-by-step guide that will equip any first-time homebuyer with the knowledge they need to confidently make informed decisions. This book provides answers in simple and clear terms to most, if not all, of the questions you may have about credit, homeownership, and generational wealth. Finally Home equips the reader with the confidence to be engaged with the home buying process without feeling vulnerable or exploited. Tailor-made Real Estate Easy is not just a catchy hashtag. It is real estate agent and radio personality Taylor Andre's goal. A goal to simplify one of the most challenging processes you will go through as an adult. A goal to educate you properly on credit and teach you the strategies to finding the home of your dream. It is not just a good book or an easy read. It is the secret to a seamless home buying experience.
Hi, it's Tori DeVito. In every family, small conversations can make a big impact. I grew up on tour with my parents. Kind of different, but we bonded over music just like other families do over sports, camping, or other interests. And we talked. Little everyday conversations from silly to serious that built a foundation over time. Honest conversations, like when my dad shared his experiences as an alcoholic.
Your honesty about that part of your life gave me a sense of integrity that I wanted to uphold in my own life. And I was so grateful that you and Mom had become these sober, stable people who were always there for me.
I wanted you to know from someone who's been in recovery more than 30 years now that hard work is what creates success, not alcohol or other drugs, whether it's music or anything else. I said it a lot, and I'm glad you took it to heart.
Talk, they hear you. For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Did you know that you can now get a standard Massachusetts driver's license regardless of your immigration status? To get help with your application, a list of all required documents, and nearby appointment scheduling, visit mass.gov/WFMA. Your license is your way forward, so why not get started today? Register now at mass.gov/WFMA or call 857-368-WFMA.
Spark FM.
Wheezy boy, make me dance. Daddy, oh, make me dance.
Igniting the airwaves. Spark FM. Join us on Facebook and Instagram at sparkfmonline.com. Turn us up.
Tell me how you want it, yeah. Call me in a moment.
Spark FM.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Little Kimberly.
Give me all the what I don't know, man. You know me, na beat on. Run, respawn.
You're not even trying. You're not even trying
you
this
say
time.
them to the days of you say. Now I watch you say Columbo, Picasso. Who's a watching what you're running and never. Who you loving, who you wanna be hugging, sipping on your ginger Honda with the Nisha, no wonder.
Lawanda,
Yes.
how Lawanda catch a stray in your bad rap
Ginger
song?
Honda and Jamicha, no wonder. Like
Lawanda
that.
said, what I do?
Who said my name? It's time for our late breakfast questions, and we have a couple from around the way and around the world. Tony's gonna kick us off with our late breakfast questions, and we'll end with our faves foolishness. I
send you so many things.
Yes, exactly, and
So,
I don't know where it is.
That's what our life is.
Okay.
I booked a trip to Jamaica. My job denied my vacation 4 days before my departure unless I find somebody to cover my shift. However, I can't find anybody to cover my shift, and the managers just told me that I will be terminated if I don't and still leave. I really don't want to lose my job. What should I do? What do y'all think? Empress, exactly. Exactly.
The only problem I had with that question is I don't have a discussion. I don't have any advice, but F that job.
But you know I'm a heavy proponent of F that job.
Yeah.
I'm a heavy, I should make t-shirts and sell merch that say F that job. I don't believe in that at all. First of all, I don't never ask them for permission. I told you.
I'm
I
taking
didn't
my
ask
vacation.
you. I
Yeah.
told you I'm going on vacation.
I don't think that a job should be able to tell you when you can take your vacation time in which you want to vacate.
Absolutely not. I've heard
Unless
people-
I'm a doctor and I have surgery scheduled or something like that,
right?
And it's an emergency, there ain't nothing that I only can do that you can't figure out how to do in my absence.
Somebody in the comments said, where's your job? If it's McDonald's, apply to Burger King while you're on the plane.
Exactly.
But I mean, that's how I feel. Somebody said you got 4 days to check Indeed for a new job. Whatever job that you're working that would do that to you is not a job that is worthy of you working there and being worried about it.
No.
So I don't believe in that. But yes, in the comments, let me know. Hempress Divine says go bye. Jason John Finch says go. LaWanda says go anyway. Catherine Ford says goodbye. Finn said, I've never given any job notice. I think it's weird.
Finn just be like, where were you, Finn? I was on vacation.
I literally called my job one time and be like, oh, I forgot to tell you I was going to be off yesterday.
I forgot to tell you that I can't work. I'm in Jamaica.
Damn.
I don't say nothing. Just work from Jamaica if it's that important to you. It's so weird to me but yeah, like there's no way that I would not go to on my vacation.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And there's no way.
Oh, Pastor Troy, whoa, we can't say that.
What'd he say?
He said, suck your mother.
Suck your
Reimbursement.
Something. Reimbursement 25% over the cost of my trip. A lot of people were telling her it's not worth it to lose your job because then you might end up homeless. And then, girl, go on your trip.
Girl, get another job.
Go on one of them rafts in Jamaica and get one of them men to run your booty
who's
with.
not hiring right now?
Seriously.
Like everybody's hiring. Even if you came back and you ain't had no job, you could go down to the local restaurant, Applebee's, and get you a quick 2-day job real quick. Because there's a sign in front of every goddamn body's job. Right. Everybody's hiring. The Dunkin' Donuts, somebody needs to go work at the Dunkin' Donuts down there so they can hurry the hell up.
They need to manage that. They need a new manager.
A lot of us folk don't really want to work. I'll tell you who
Oh,
does
because y'all don't want the black jobs.
I'll tell you who does want to work. These Dominicans out here want to do every job.
The immigrants want to come take the jobs that y'all don't want to have.
The Haitians, Africans, and Dominicans.
But that's what I'm telling you. The immigrants, they're not eating cats. They're looking for black jobs.
Exactly.
Let's be honest. Also, and the Dominicans, not only do they take the jobs, they work those jobs, they end up owning the companies, and then they turn it pink and buy the block.
Yes.
So, come on. Y'all got
might
to get
a
it
little
together.
drug money somewhere in there, too. But
You almost made me kill myself. Because if ain't nothing right is the Dominicans will make a pink store.
Dominicans will make
It will be
Pink store with some big
a
chairs.
nail.
With big
It'll be a nail salon, a restaurant, a bakery,
A barbershop.
an event space, an event rental space, a barbershop, all pink.
Because the place down there where you went and got your nails in the pink nail place serves breakfast.
They do. They serve breakfast and mimosas.
Yeah.
I think they might have a little lunch meal too.
Dude, I'm about to be Dominican.
And they got to press out.
Oh, and a blow up.
Yep.
Child, please.
All right, it's time for our
All those
foolishness.
car washes on Norfolk.
They're all pink.
They will make a car wash. Let's get into the national news. President Joe
We're
Biden.
going to go into the late.
Yes.
I
thought you did it. Okay, my bad.
That ain't no late breakfast discussion. Now, where's the discussion? Everybody said quit the job. There was no discussion.
Ain't nothing to discuss.
It was a unanimous, girl, go on your trip, F that job.
Yeah, you're right.
We'll only read a couple of these because some of them are a little bit longer. We can do them in between. Here's the first one. First of all, Mika has the perfect waist to ass ratio. All natural. Understand that before you judge me. Secondly, 2 men before me vowed to love Mika till death do her part, and they failed, but they weren't me. Okay, Mika was a well-documented case of rage and psychosis. She pops pills to sleep, pills to wake up, and prescription pills to keep her stable. One pill increases her sex drive, and she's so good at it. Puts on superhero cape. I can fix her, I thought, and I married her. I knew I was in trouble when none of her friends' family helped us plan or attended our wedding. Her ex-husbands came. They smirked at us the whole time. Mika has arguments with herself and blames me.
Her ex-husbands?
Her ex-husbands.
Oh,
2
okay.
times before that.
All right.
Mika has arguments with herself and blames me for provoking her. She bought cigarettes to burn me as I slept. She mixes her meds and accidentally wets herself, so she wears the pens to bed. She keyed my car because I gave a female coworker a ride home. She wants sex all the time. If I decline, she threatens to find someone else to do it. I'm forced to have sex up to 3 times a day to keep her faithful.
Yes.
But at least I can escape with my video games, right? True, until one day she pawned my game console to buy Beyonce hair products. Remove superhero cape. I cannot fix Mika.
It's sacred.
I cannot fix Mika, fam. I want a divorce, but she warned me, you can go, but you can never leave me. He's got to call the police.
Violation.
He got to blink twice if he's in danger because that is awful.
I think this is his blinking. What is he supposed to do?
Why would he put himself in that situation?
He said because she has the perfect waist to ass ratio.
So she was under the drugs. And that's what
he said she got to take drugs to stay awake, take drugs to go to sleep, and to take drugs just to take the drugs.
He said take drugs to wake up.
Wake up,
to go to sleep, and to stay awake. But he thought he could change her.
He
said that she wears a superhero cap.
And
no,
he said,
sir, you should wear the superhero
And he said
cap.
one drug improved her sexual.
One of the drugs increases her sex drive that is forcing him to have sex with her 3 times a day. That's a lot on a man's pelvic region.
That's a lot of sex.
And she probably rapes him.
Oh, wow.
What's that man shooting?
What?
Just go to the comments.
Chris said get a restraining order. Empress Divine said he better relocate. Pastor Troy said, and he need kick in the back of the head. He need to kick in the back of the head. Lawanda says, hey, my husband married his ex-wife because she had a big booty. Oh, Lord.
Oh, Father.
To deal with all that, just because of a perfect ass to waist ratio, man, go to the police.
Like, literally, you have to call the police. He's going to witness protection.
He's got to fake his death. He's got to fake his death. You got to do that because she's not okay. And I mean, why her ex-husband still around? Well, he said, and you have 6 men, guess who makes 7? I mean, what is going on here? Sir, you deserve whatever's going on with you. She's a sex killer. Good morning, Fire. Oh, good morning. Lord.
All right, let's move on to question number 2. Ahmad was dating my roommate before we discovered we were a better couple.
Oh, nice.
He left her and we moved in together. Our relationship was good for the most part. I planned my 30th birthday party alone. It's our first year in the new apartment, so this was a dinner party for our friends. A random woman showed up claiming she saw the party and thought it was open to the public. I asked her to leave. Ahmad walked her out. My friend bought my cake out and it was time to sing happy birthday. And I was ushered into the dining room, but I had one eye on the door. Ahmad's phone was with me and he returned after the guests left. He smelled like garbage. I made him shower and tell me where he went with that woman. He said he didn't hang out with the woman, he didn't have money for a gift, and he felt bad. So he didn't want to hang around my people. I felt bad for accusing him of cheating. I apologized and gave him some of my birthday money. 2 days later, we received an eviction notice because of illicit sex acts in the garbage room. Security cam pics of Ahmad with the woman were included. Leasing company said we could leave or they'll press charges for public indecency. Him, I wasn't trying to embarrass you. We're new here. I would have done it. I wouldn't have done that if I knew there was a camera there. I was drunk. The woman had on red skirt and it was a huge bulge in the front. I didn't know that was another N-word. Oh.
It was a man?
It was a man. The woman had on a red skirt and it was in a huge bulk in the front. Him, I didn't know that was another N-word. You saw how fine she was. I swear I didn't know until she got hard. That's when I stopped. But the leasing company still will use the security deposit to sanitize the garbage disposal room because bodily fluids were excreted. There's video if we require proof. I'm homeless. Please tell me if I paid my karma dues in full for taking this man from my roommate. I'm living in fear of more. Wait.
What?
What's happening?
What?
What?
What are you talking about?
What?
Basically, she's evicted because her boyfriend, who she stole from her friend,
for her roommate,
right, had sex with a trans person,
a trans man,
trans woman, in the garbage disposal.
Huh?
Trash took out itself, but now you homeless. There's nothing you can do except for find a new home
and
to leave those men alone.
All the time. Literally. Because if you bulging with a skirt on, Welcome to Baltimore, home of the great pretenders. If you look like you got it going on, you've got it going on. Case closed. I'm a new resident here. I grew up in Indiana. I've never seen so many well-dressed bums in my life.
Wow.
I've been fooled over and over again. This last relationship left me with a baby. My baby's father gave me a fake name, fake address, and fake job title. I realize he's been wearing a disguise with me. I know he wears wavy hair until a wavy hair unit and hazel contacts. His name could be James Mitchell. He says he's a pilot for Southwest Airlines, but he ain't. Didn't you talk to somebody who said he was a pilot?
Yes. No, I didn't talk to him. I met him.
Is he this person?
No.
Airlines, but he ain't. He deleted his socials, but he didn't have friends on them anyways, just bots. I'm not raising this kid by myself. I can't afford a detective. How do I find a lying-ass ghost? Girl.
Did he start doing all of that after y'all slept together raw and you got pregnant? Or was he doing that before?
Girl, you ain't got no baby daddy. You just raised that baby the best way that you know how.
Why would you, first of all, he had on hazel contacts. Ain't that where the line gets drawn, the first line? Why would you go on to sleep with, talk with, be raw with somebody who's wearing hazel contacts? What's wrong with you?
I think that you are not being fair and you're judging people with hazel contacts.
I am judging men with hazel contacts especially. What is your problem? Why are you doing that for?
Why are you doing that?
I don't like it. And if you went ahead and gone on and had all of this to do with this man and now you're looking for him for what? She was trying to have a baby born with hazel eyes because he wore hazel contacts?
She needs to just forget about that. You ain't got no baby's father. You don't know. It was a one-night stand. You didn't get his name or number. You need to tell your child that he died.
He's a miracle.
Yes.
Tell your child he's a miracle.
It's Jesus.
Hallelujah.
I know the cougar dating rules. I'm 20. Bernadette is 48 and sexy AF. We met at the gym. Bernadette is financially secure and situated.
Her name is Bernadette.
Her kids are grown and she wants sex, but when I ask for things, she snaps. You got to do that on your own, babe. I raised my kids already. She's not patient. She refuses to invest in my dream, and she doesn't listen when I explain that I can do with the proper funding and her financial support. When I ask for money, she acts like I'm bothering her. But when she wants sex, I race to meet her. I require upkeep. I'm not just her D on demand. I'm a whole person. I need things she can provide. She never lets me stay overnight. I told her I'm practically unhoused and that I loved her and would like to stay with her. Bernadette, no one falls in love faster than a narcissist with no place to live.
True.
You can stay Thursday and eat my cat. Like I said, I know the cougar rules. My friend has an old lady who takes care of him and she gives him her car. Why is Bernadette doing me like this? How do I train her?
If you don't lay down and let Bernadette play with his fat titties and shut up. Stop writing in every week.
Yo, Bernadette is out here sunning this man and won't give him no type of not even no money for no haircut. Nope. And he's running over there giving her all the sex that she needs. And Bernadette don't want to be his sugar mama. And he's upset about it. What should he do?
Son, listen, either you do what you got to do or you shut up. Put up or shut up. That's it. That's your two choices.
It's the same thing like you said, the same thing like last week.
Yep.
You are entering into this thinking that it's supposed to go this one way.
Yeah.
When you the one who needs money.
Right.
If you need to find somebody who needs you as much. Bernadette is financially stable. She already raised her children. You 28. How old is he? He's 28 years old.
Bernadette's name is Bernadette, honey. You know Bernadette ain't gonna play with you.
This baby 20 years old. And Bernadette is 48. That's like you talking to a 22-year-old. What you gonna do with that?
I'm not gonna do it.
What you gonna do with him? Pick him up from school.
If
take him to McDonald's.
He would have to be the sugar baby.
The sugar baby.
And taking care of me because there's no way, no how. And how old is Bernadette's son?
They don't say how much children she has. They just said she's 48.
Probably 20.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Bernadette is just in it for a good time, not a long time, little friend.
Yeah.
You got to go find your mama.
Yeah.
Because Bernadette ain't it.
All right.
Chalk and I are not related, but we could pass for twins.
Finn said the guy in the other story was also wearing a hairpiece, and he now would like a wavy hairpiece.
Oh, Finn, you'd be cute with a wavy hairpiece.
Finn, that'd be nice on you.
Chalk and I are not related, but we could pass for twins. I'm taller. We grew up on the same block. We've had our struggles. He's been married for 5.5 years, and his ex side chick Shantae, this girl is the neighborhood side chick, is trying to destroy him. Shantae is not the girl to marry. She would smoke with us, braid our hair on the porch, and then hop in the back seat of a car and F right in front of us. If we wanted some, she'd let us hit too. Shantae had a baby and wants a stable relationship, and she set her eyes on Chalk. The court demanded a paternity test for child support to prevent Shantae from telling his wife that they still hook up. Chalk promised that if the baby was his, he would leave his wife. Chalk helped me in the past with a huge problem, and recently he asked me to return the favor. Chalk gave me his ID, and he paid me $500 to take the paternity test for him. The paternity test would be negative, and he would be done with Shantae for good. I took the paternity test with his name and ID. Weeks later, the results came back. The kid is mine.
Yeah.
But the paperwork says the kid is Chalk's. Oh, ish. Hit the fan. Chalk's wife is leaving him. He told Shantae that I took the DNA test. He's threatened to tell the courts that we did to avoid paying child support, even if that means we both go to jail. I've ghosted everybody because I'm not about to step up on this kid's father. And since I posed as Chalk, the kid is technically his, right?
Wow. Sign off. Let's go home.
Ooh.
Because
how do you get out of that?
You don't get out of it, but you the fool for doing it in the first place. If you know that you slept with Shantae.
Exactly. Y'all was both hitting Shantae raw. Why didn't you think that you could possibly be the father too?
Right. That's messed up. That's messed up.
And now Chalk is in trouble, and Chalk didn't even get the lady pregnant. But now, on paper, Chalk is the daddy, and in reality, old friend is the daddy. That baby got two daddies.
Yep.
That baby got two daddies.
All the daddies, a lot of daddies. Idiot thing that, absolutely.
Idiot thing that.
You know, there's some people that you can't, there's some situations. What do you do? Come clean and go on with your life. That's it.
That's the only thing that you can do.
Yeah.
Because at this point, y'all both in a lot of trouble. You can't tell nobody. You were super illegal in doing that.
Yeah.
And both of you guys are going to get in trouble.
Yeah.
And now the baby ain't going to have no daddy.
No daddy at all.
None.
And Shantae's still going to be out there sleeping with people after she braid their hair.
Exactly.
In cars. That's just terrible.
That's
Poor
terrible.
child.
And last but not least, Patrice and I had a good 3 months together until she dumped me with the text. I refused to go out like that, so I went to her house and texted her back, demanding that she come outside and break up with me in my face. She texted me to leave before her man came home. I refused. She threatened to, I don't know where they're, sorry. She threatened to call the police. I reminded her that I was in my car on a public street and she couldn't force me to move. Her son walked by and threw a drink in my open window. I let it slide. Some kid on a bike threw a rock at my back window. I jumped out because this is my wife's car and I'll fight a kid if he busts the windows. I suspect her whole family lives in a 1 mile radius of her house, but I stayed in my car demanding that she come outside. Finally, Patrice came outside to record our situation. I kept telling this married man to stop stalking me in his wife's pink Mary Kay Cadillac, but he won't leave me alone. Do y'all know this married man? Can you contact his wife for me? I left. I don't know where Patrice posted that video, but it's only a matter of time before the incident gets back to my wife. Those Mary Kay women are tight and they will expose me. What to do? Financially speaking, divorce is not an option. Help. There's nothing that you can do.
Yeah, you don't want the wrath of the Mary Kays, just like
the AKAs.
What was her name? Shaketta said you don't want the wrath of the AKAs. You done messed around and now you're going to find out this married man. Good for her. Good for her for doing that. Because who the hell do you think you are? What you come to my house for? I remember one time a married man came and told me he was outside in front of my house too last week, Saturday morning. And I was like, you got to get... You got to get from in front of my house.
You, sir, you have got to leave here.
You got to get from in front of my house. Are you crazy? It's 8 o'clock on a Sunday morning. Get away from here.
Move. God damn it. You got to go home. You should have had Noah go and throw a drink in his car.
Noah go throw a drink in his car. Get away from here before I text your wife. Are you crazy?
And that is our late breakfast segment for today. Hope that made you guys' day and you had little things to laugh about. Think about them, and we'll be back. We're going to take a very quick commercial break. We'll come back with the national and world news here on Spark FM Online. Let's go.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
What is this, Doctor?
This is.
Well, Spark of New England, Spark FM. Bringing the heat back to the airwaves. Turn us up.
All right, let's take a look.
Advertise your business, brand, or music on Spark FM. Contact us at sparkfmonline.com for more information.
Praise the Lord, City of Boston. This is Brother Chris right here on Spark FM.
Come on, sing it.
Bringing you Sunday morning worship each and every Sunday morning, 6 to 10 a.m. Let's get our praise on.
We all make choices about alcohol. Kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad. Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Hey, remind me about that party again?
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations, and they want honest answers in everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path, because when you talk, they hear you. Learn more at underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
Spark FM.
You don't make it ring, 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 ring. I can't keep this on the low.
Igniting the airwaves. Spark FM.
Can't write with me, me write with she. She might have a B, me have that type of G. She don't come easy, get the money, please.
Join us on Facebook and Instagram at sparkfmonline.com. Turn Turn us up.
Everybody shout. Everybody shout.
Spark FM.
Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. I was waiting for that. It's time for our national and world news. Miss Tony, hit me.
Hey, so President Joe Biden marks the 30th anniversary of the Violence Against Women's Act. Very nice. That is very good to hear.
Joe is alive. He is alive.
Joe is alive. We've got a president that doesn't even know if he's alive. Shut up. President Joe Biden on Thursday marked the 30th anniversary of the Violence Against Women Act that he wrote and championed as a U.S. Senator with new actions to reinforce government work on preventing violence against women.
Y'all don't think he's a hilarious guy, though. Donald Trump?
No, that's the thing. I think that one thing that I can say about Donald Trump's presidency while he was president is we always had something to laugh about.
You know, watching his unions, watching any speeches were all something that everybody looked forward to, not because we cared about what he was saying. It was the entertainment that came with him.
He's a comedian.
Yeah, he's an entertainer.
He's a complete entertainer, absolutely. So that's this morning somebody said, do you have plans for the weekend? And I said, no solid plans, but I have a few concepts. So Joe Biden on Thursday marked the 30th anniversary of the Violence Against Women Act that he wrote and championed in the U.S. As a U.S. Senator with new actions to reinforce government work on preventing violence against women. During an appearance on the South Lawn of the White House, Biden called the VAWA my proudest legislative accomplishment in all the years I've served as Senator, Vice President, and President. The ceremony came a day after he signed a proclamation designating September 13th, 2024 as the 30th anniversary of the Violence Against Women Act. I call upon each of us to change the culture of violence against women and provide meaningful support to all survivors, the proclamation states. Together, we can transform the country and build a nation where all people live free of violence and abuse. That's really nice. Thank you, Joe Biden, for your service.
Thank you,
look very
Joe
nice
Biden.
out there, too.
Look at him. He looks nice. With a little aviator glasses on.
Because he don't got all the pressure of having to run a campaign and run the United States of America. I think it's actually genius.
Yeah.
She's running. He's leading. He's leading the country. He don't got time for all that.
Right.
So let the vice president, y'all want to see the vice president so much, now I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm outside.
I'm outside with my glasses on and what?
You want to listen to a little bit of that?
Yes, go ahead.
Brief 30 seconds.
Anything happens, you cast to go to arbitration.
Says you didn't have to do that.
Preventing abuse and harassment in the workplace from getting their day in court. We ended that.
Yes.
Strong. That's where you should have started.
Yes.
It's amazing the people who oppose us doing that. It just stunned me. And to keep college students safe, we strengthened the protection under Title IX that my predecessor then weakened. Building on the work we started when I was vice president.
Maybe they got to get him a new Fix-A-Dent.
No. You know what I think is? I think it's good that we hear him talking like that because even somebody with a speech impediment can be the president of the United States.
Yes.
That's what it is.
Is it a speech?
Think about James Earl Jones.
Yes.
It sounded like his teeth falling out like they did Dame. Did you see that Dame Dash teeth fall out the other day?
His teeth fell right out. His mouth.
My goodness.
Like a cheeklet.
Dame Dash tooth fell out.
His diamond teeth fell out. His diamond dentures.
Oh, yeah, because he probably do got a good set of dentures and veneers up in that mouth. The New York City Council passes slavery reparations legislation to yield material solutions from U.S. history. We take a crucial step towards justice and equity, one sponsor of the legislation proclaimed. Very nice story going on here. The New York City will soon be the largest city in the United States to enact a reparations program. I don't know what's happening. It's not... I don't know what's happening.
NYC City Council passes reparations legislation to yield material solutions from U.S. history.
Yeah. I don't even know what that means.
I know. Can you play the clip? Yeah, because I can't find the story.
2024 just got. Did anybody go?
I was going to say, do y'all think we're ever going to see reparations?
Maybe not in this lifetime, but hopefully for our children.
Amen.
Yeah.
That was a very nice answer.
Thank you.
And here goes the clip on reparations.
cheerleaders in Michigan before she joins Blue Collar Joe in Pittsburgh for a rally. And a running mate, Tim Walz, will be in Milwaukee speaking with union members at Labor Fest. But several unions, including the Teamsters, still aren't endorsing the Harris-Walz ticket.
We want the opportunity to sit down.
Snags the Teamsters endorse.
One, you continue to work, and two, that your wages, her stance is still the same as it was 5 years ago.
Yeah, this ain't on the reparation.
Oh, a CA protest arrest over shelved reparations bill. I don't know what's going on there.
Moving on.
That's a thing. Look it up.
It ain't for us right now, so it don't really matter.
Right. Georgia school shooting suspect's dad has asked for protection after incalculable number of threats in jail.
Oh, well.
He wants protection now.
No.
Did you see the news that his mother called into the school and gave a warning the day of the shooting?
We talked about that.
We talked about that. That's so weird. So Colin Gray, whose son is charged with the slayings of 4 people at Appalachian High School, asked a judge to be separated from other inmates behind bars. The man whose teenage son is accused of killing 4 people at a Georgia high school asked the judge on Wednesday for protection from fellow inmates because of the incalculable number of threats he faces behind bars. Carlin Gray is being held without bail after he was arrested and booked on suspicion of second-degree murder and manslaughter, accused of allowing his son, Colt Gray, access to the weapon used in last week's bloodshed at the Appalachian High School in Winder, east of Atlanta. Gray needs to be separated from other inmates being held by the Barrow County Sheriff's Office, his lawyer wrote. Widespread news coverage and social media discussion of the case has led to an incalculable number of threats against the defendant by inmates calling for both harm and violence to befall the defendant, and in some cases even calling for the death of the defendant. Last week's shooting has affected almost everyone in Winder and Great Barrow County, the defense lawyer said. It is certain that those feelings of anger and retribution manifested in the collective psyche of both the public and the community at large are not also represented in the individuals currently incarcerated with the defendant at the Barrow County Detention Center, they wrote in a motion filed Wednesday in Barrow County.
That's with that.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Right.
Who cares?
For real.
If you didn't want to be in jail and you wanted to be safe, you wasn't going to give your son a gun to go out and kill 4 people after you know that he was mentally unstable. Deal with it.
Yeah.
Deal with it.
Yeah.
If they punch you in the face, you deserve it. You deserve many. Them parents should be allowed to be in a cell with you for a little bit of their time so that you can get the threats that you really need to get. He really needs to be threatened.
He needs to be threatened a lot, daily.
Absolutely.
Several times a day.
I have the story on the reparations.
No. Leave.
You gonna pass it?
Yes.
A loose electrical cable has been found on the ship that caused the Baltimore bridge collapse.
Oh, one little loose cable?
One loose cable. Investigators working to pinpoint the cause of the Baltimore's Francis Scott Key Bridge collapse discovered a loose cable that could have caused electrical issues on the Dolly. The massive cargo ship that lost power and disastrously veered off course before striking the bridge. When disconnected, the problematic cable triggered an electrical blackout on the ship, similar to what happened as it approached the bridge on March 26, according to new documents released on Wednesday. The documents don't include any analysis or conclusions, which will be released later in the board's final report. A spokesperson for the board declined to comment as the investigation is ongoing. So it looks like a loose cable caused the blackout, which caused the ship to veer off. This story is so strange right here. A Colorado teen was shot in the face by a town councilman after going to a house to ask permission to take homecoming pictures.
I have this story.
Go ahead, yeah.
A picture-perfect setting. That's what 2 teen boys saw when they pulled up to this home in Conifer on Tuesday afternoon.
This isn't an easy one to figure out why this equaled that.
Jackie Kelly says Jefferson County Sheriff's deputies are baffled. How did looking for a place to take homecoming pictures result in a boy being shot in the face?
They parked the car at the gate to the property. They did go over a fence and walked to the home and knocked. They wanted to talk to the homeowner and see if they could get permission to take photos there.
She says no one was home.
They walked back to their car and started writing a note to the homeowners, asking again for permission to take photos for homecoming. While they were writing their note, a black truck pulled up.
Kelly says Brent Metz, the homeowner, was driving that truck. He got out and fired a shot through the windshield. A single round hitting the 17-year-old in the face. The affidavit shows one of the teens heard Metz say, "Oh, my gun went off."
There's nothing that we know of yet that made sense for him to step out of his car, point a gun at these two juveniles and fire a weapon.
A picture-perfect setting, now marked by violence.
Yep, shot the boy in the face.
In the face.
Yep, they said he said, oh, my gun went off, and he tried to give help, but the second boy was like, do not come near us or whatever, and waited until the police came. The report that I read said that he was not the homeowner. He's the homeowner's boyfriend, and again, he is a city councilman there, so charge is going to be held in that. But what kind of shot in the face do you get and still be okay?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, we've seen this a lot. I think we've heard stories about this for a lot of times now, that people are getting shot in the head, in the face, and not dying.
Yeah.
Well, is there a certain place that you got to get shot at?
Maybe he just got shot. Maybe he got shot like Donald Trump got shot, and just grazed his cheek or something like that.
It grazed the hairline.
Yeah.
One of his, because I don't believe that Donald Trump. I don't know. I can't fathom him.
I don't believe it at all.
Yeah.
In another case of people apparently trespassing and getting in trouble, farmers are accused of murdering 2 women and feeding them to pigs. This is our WTF story.
So is this the same?
No.
Okay.
Farm owner and 2 employees allegedly shot dead these 2 women after they trespassed. And this is in South Africa. So a South Africa farmer and 2 of his employees have been accused of killing 2 women and feeding their bodies to the pigs. The killings of the 2 women took place when the 2 women trespassed onto a farm in northern province of Limpopo in August.
Limpopo.
They were scavenging for expired dairy products, which local media reported had been left there to feed the pigs. So what they was going to do with the expired dairy products is the one thing that I want to know. The farmer and 2 of his workers have also been charged. One of the workers was charged with being in South Africa illegally. They have been charged with premeditated murder, attempted murder, and 1 possession of an unlicensed firearm. The 2 women were allegedly shot on the farm, and a 3rd man, who local media reported was one of their husbands, was injured and crawled to a road where he screamed for help. Some days later, police discovered the women's decomposing bodies in a pigsty on the farm. The 3 men accused appeared in court on Tuesday to apply for bail. The hearing was postponed until October. The case has caused outrage in a country with high rates of violent crime, where mistreatment and underpayment of farm workers is rife. Farmers have been murdered, and the majority black population is still mostly excluded from land ownership, as they were under apartheid. Members of the political parties protested outside the court, demanding the harshest possible sentences for the men and for them to be denied. The South African Human Rights Commission, an independent official body, condemned the killings. It said it would have anti-racism dialogues with the affected communities, calling on people not to take the law into their own hands. They killed them women and fed them
to pigs.
Yep. For stealing expired products, dairy products.
And this is what
South African state prosecutors are seeking more days to detain 3 men accused of killing 2 women and feeding their bodies to pigs on their farm. The 3 accused men appeared in court on Tuesday in northern province of Limpopo. Farm owner Zakaria, Johans Olivia, supervisor Andrian Rudolph DeWitt, and employee William Musora faced 2 counts of premeditated murder, 1 count of attempted murder, and possession of an unlicensed firearm.
But they killed her first before they fed her to the...
They killed them and then fed them to the pigs. They shot them, yeah.
And pigs just be eating whatever they want, huh?
They eat whatever.
Pork is real crazy. Pork is crazy.
Pork is wild meat.
It is wild boar.
So that is the national news. Absolutely.
A little couple of entertainment newses that we started talking about Lil Wayne
in our democracy.
Lil Wayne and Lil Wayne has finally spoken out about the Super Bowl situation. Tristan, is there a video there so we can see how he feels? Yeah. Let me, and then after we hear him, then I will say how I feel about it.
I kind of do side with Wayne on this. I don't know.
You side with who?
With Wayne.
With Lil Wayne on this? Okay.
With Wayne. But, I mean, we do know, like I said earlier in the week, the last time it was inside New Orleans was 2013. Mm-hmm. And I do believe that the majority of Super Bowls are in,
They've had 11.
They've had
New Orleans has hosted 11 Super Bowls.
Yeah, wow. That's what I said. They've had mad Super Bowls, so it's gonna be there again.
Mm-hmm. And that's how I feel too. I guess the argument against that is that this is the first time that it's been given towards a hip hop culture. Rapping and stuff. Usually it's things. Like It's white people.
But
now they're like, now that it's here and it's being afforded to, us, that if we're going to be bringing a rapper in, it should have been me. But go ahead, let's play the clip of Lil Wayne feeling the way he feels. It looks like he needs a babe.
Yes, always.
That hurt. Hurt a lot.
I'm sorry, buddy.
You know what I'm talking about? It hurt a whole lot. I blame myself for not being mentally prepared for a letdown. And for just automatically mentally putting myself in that position like somebody told me that was my position. So I blame myself for that. But I thought that was nothing, I thought that was nothing better than that spot and that stage and that platform in my city. And so it hurt. It hurt a whole lot. But y'all are fucking amazing.
Beep.
So can I?
It made me feel like shit not getting this opportunity. And when I felt like shit, you guys reminded me that I ain't shit without y'all.
Oh, that's nice.
And that's an amazing reality. So,
all right.
Like I said.
Larry Jordan said drugs. When they announced that the Super Bowl would be held in New Orleans, did Lil Wayne automatically think that he would be the one to do the halftime show? Was that automatic, or has all this buzz and stuff made him feel like he should be hurt?
So there's videos of him in the past saying that he was looking forward to performing at the Super Bowl. So this has been something that he's been wanting to do for quite some time. Yeah, I'm not sure why they chose Kendrick, but I don't know.
They chose Kendrick because Kendrick is very, very, very relevant right now.
Mm-hmm.
And he's well decorated and stuff.
Just because he's relevant right now, that's not what they've always chosen the person to perform. Just because they're relevant, that's not why they've performed.
What Lil Wayne said here, when he was like, I wasn't prepared mentally for this letdown.
Mm-hmm.
You haven't prepared yourself to be Super Bowl worthy either, though. Is what I think. Look at the way he looks. Like you don't even look good. Not saying that he has to be all fancy, but you don't look healthy. You don't. And LaToya said, Wayne is not the look that the NFL wants, and I believe that. I don't think what you representing, looking the way you have lately.
Digging a little deeper, and again, I think that there's still a lot of time for Lil Wayne to be in on the show. I think that that's what's going to happen. I do want to bring out something that is a little bit more controversial, though, is that Wayne has very vocally been not on the right side of the racial, significant line. He has continuously sided with people like Trump and Republicans and white people and stuff like that. This maybe has nothing to do with it, but I don't if I wanted to get very, very petty about it, I just feel like I don't feel so bad because I don't believe that Wayne, I mean, he makes great music, but I also believe that Wayne ain't been for us that for a long time, that we need to be rallying behind Wayne's emotional, Wayne's emotional feelings. And maybe that's just personal. Maybe I don't even feel like that, but I did want to kind of put that in there a little bit because why some people might not have been so, so backbone of Lil Wayne. I don't know if that makes sense. But,
as I said yesterday, I think that Kendrick Lamar is a musician first. You know what I mean? And I think that he understands good music. And I think that there's no way that I honestly would be very, very surprised if Kendrick didn't have plans to integrate some New Orleans artists into his halftime show.
What Empress said too is very whatchamacallit too. She says Wayne's never shown up on time. When people book him, he forgets his own lyrics and he's drugged out. That is something that's very known as well. Like Wayne has come under a lot of fire for being late and for not knowing his words and to just be his music is good, his features are good, but has his performance been Super Bowl worthy? Like
I mean, I've seen
put
Wayne
together.
do some amazing performances.
And that's what I'm talking about. Like you haven't mentally prepared yourself at all to
Tristan,
be
amazing performances, but Super Bowl worthy performances with sets, movement, dancers, and all of that. Or we seen Wayne kill a stage?
I believe he's absolutely capable of.
But
it.
have we ever seen it? That's what I'm saying. In his 34 or whatever,
I've never
how
seen
many
Kendrick.
years?
I've never seen Kendrick do anything like
Kendrick
that.
just literally did a very big. But after
nothing-
Juneteenth, he just
that
did a
wasn't-
pretty huge show.
That wasn't
with
I
production.
didn't think that was great production. There was nothing on set but him and his friends. There wasn't amazing production or anything like that. It was just an empty stage. But he has a catalog. They both have great catalogs.
Absolutely, that's no doubt. There's no question there.
I haven't seen both of them perform enough for them to say if they could perform on Super Bowl stages, but I know both of them
Not
are
only that, Kendrick
great
Lamar did
performers.
that via the MTV Awards or whatever that, maybe even the Grammys that he did that time when he had that whole, like the first time that we saw Kendrick Lamar in a super performance. That was amazing. Lil Wayne has done BET Awards.
He's done Lil Wayne. No, he's done more. He's done more. But you know, I mean, I don't.
They're both pretty massive. Wayne means a lot to the community, especially
New
hip hop
Orleans, yeah.
career. It's hip hop in general.
Hip-hop,
He's
hip-hop.
responsible for Drake. He's responsible for
top
Nicki.
5 and all of that
He was a
stuff.
part of the greatest rap label that ever existed. He has a lot on his,
So here we go. Here's our last late breakfast question, and I'm glad that we're on here. I did this on purpose. Tristan, I'm going to send this to you in your thing, and I want you to put it on screen. And the question is, this is how we will end the show today while we're on this subject, because you just brought it up. Sorry. Hold on, everybody. The question is, which label had the best big three? Was it Lil Wayne, Nicki and Drake, Rihanna, Jay-Z and Kanye, or Eminem, 50 Cent and Dr. Dre?
Now, all of those are all off. Those are all off because
But
the
out
only
of those
one that
Out of those three, we're going to stick to what we're seeing right
the
now.
only one that makes sense to me is Wayne, Nicki, and Drake because they're all in the same.
So
era.
it's a great debate. There are many comments, and it really is opinion based. There is no factual anything here, I guess. This is just up to everybody's opinion.
Yeah, right? I agree. Those combos are not. Those are weird.
I mean, they're same. Why are they weird? Why are
Because
the
they're
combos
all
weird?
different eras, except.
But they're all big three.
Jay-Z's 90s, Kanye's 2000s, Rihanna's very
Yeah, but
much
they were just
so.
all on
last.
They're all on the same label. That's
Right.
how you have to think about it. Label wise,
They're not all on the same label.
Okay.
They're not on. These are Aftermath. 50 Cent. First of all, Dr. Dre owned Aftermath.
Triz,
Eminem owned.
Triz, you're getting very deep into
You
this.
talking about the labels? Eminem was not on Aftermath.
Literally, just which
Who cares?
Which
Not
of those
labels,
three
not
groups?
songs.
You're talking to a
In-
DJ, so I'm gonna come from a DJ
okay,
perspective.
Right, okay. Let's come from let's come from a regular person, everybody. Based on this picture that we're seeing in
Wayne,
front of us.
Nicki, and Drake.
Okay, that's your opinion. Okay, fine. It's not wrong. It's not right. It's your opinion.
Yeah.
Tony, which one are you?
Wayne, Nicki, Jay-Z, Rihanna, and Kanye. For me, because of the music that I like, it would be Rihanna and Jay-Z, and then the other one that's there with them.
People in the comment section, we need to know your opinions about
They
these
say the
three.
combos don't fit. Jason says all not the same. Larry said M50 Dre.
M50 and Dre.
Yeah. So regardless of what you guys, eras, genres, labels,
Riri,
black,
Dre, Jay-Z,
woman, man, of these
Kanye.
three in the picture, who do you think had the best big three?
What are they saying in the
So
comments?
I'll go to
Why
the
you so
comments.
hostile with the people for?
Relax.
The people answering the question. Riri, LaRonda said Riri, Jay-Z,
Yeah.
Kanye.
Based on the music that I like. Yeah.
Latoya said
Young Money, baby. Let me see. Where did I get this from? Oh, I think it was from rap. the conversations in the comment section, that's why I posted it, was really kind of good because people picked their 3 and then said why. They said, okay, if we go with impact, if we go with music, if we go with this. So that's the kind of discussion that I wanted you guys to kind of get in, not necessarily who the people are, but of these groups of people, who had the biggest, who do you think is the biggest? I don't know Drake and Nicki's music. See, me too. I'm not a Drake fan. I love Lil Wayne, but I'm not a Drake and or a Nicki fan. For me too, I think that for impact on my life and who I think was the biggest, based off of finances and success, would have been Riri, Jay-Z and Kanye, because literally all of those are billionaires in that picture. I did very much value 50 Cent because of what these people have been able to transcend not only music but other genres too. When it comes to movies and other business like acumen, I like Eminem, Dre and 50 Cent.
So it depends on what you're basing it off of. And for me, it's just based on the music and the kind of music that I like. So those 3 people were most impactful to me. I listen to their music more than I listen to anybody else's, and would choose to listen to their music more than those other 3.
Literally, you can say each of them have their own impact. You can say the top group. You can say when it comes to the current culture. When it comes to the middle group, you can say on the impact in culture. When it comes to the bottom 3, you could talk about the business they had in culture.
That I love this type of conversation. Digging deeper.
Not only
into,
that, I think that like a lot of the times, like just to kind of like expound or to make some clarification, Tristan, on what we were asking you when we were just telling you just these 3 groups. That's like us saying to you, do you want Ali's, Joseph's, or chicken? And you're telling us, I want a tuna fish sandwich. No. Do you want Ali's, Joseph's, or the chicken place? Like that's what we were asking, trying to say to you. We know that you know.
The way it was framed, framed as label. So I'm coming from label. That's what the question, the first question was framed as. So that's what the perspective I was coming from.
Empress says the middle group makes timeless music. So that's another argument that I seen too. Some people are like, Drake and Nicki and them make real bops and like little like little fun kitty, you can memorize them. Yeah. And in the middle, they really make music that end up being classics and things like that. And then the bottom group, they was more so, more so like an era of time that they were really, really popping, but now they've gone to different places.
One of my favorite songs of like all times is Turn on the Lights by Kanye with Rihanna in it. And I've always loved that song, but I was listening to it in All of the Lights, all of the lights. I was listening to it in the car with Triz one day, and he was explaining to me like all the music behind it, all the people that are featured on it, all the production rights on it. And I was like, oh my God, I love this song so much more. If you guys have a chance and you like that song, go and check it out. It's amazing what you will discover just about that
credits
song.
Have John Legend, Fergie,
Alicia Keys,
Kid Cudi, John Legend. Like the amount of people that are on that track is amazing.
It's amazing. Just like and again, like just like how I like cinematography, hearing about the production for that song was really amazing to me.
I thank you guys. Let me see. Best for the big 3. I'm going with Riri and Jay. I don't know. I love Wayne. What they say there? Let Burnett go back. Oh, they're still in the Instagram. Go back to the other one just to read the last bit of comments on that thing, and then we'll slide on over to the side.
No. Cardi's baby has been born.
Oh yes. She's got a little girl.
Oh, it's a girl.
Yeah, she says she was born on September 7th.
Really? Oh, that long.
Look at this. A new law, and look at this. Mia's law.
Oh, good.
Oh, let's talk about that.
What Florida landlords and tenants should know about new rules for Florida landlords and property managers. If you don't know, Mia's law was done by Mia. Well, I don't remember her last name, but she is the child. Yes, she is the child of Everlast and
Giselle the Wassy one
stepdaughter. Giselle the Wassy one stepdaughter. She was killed 2 years ago. in her apartment, in her dormitory apartment.
No, just her. It's a regular apartment that she has.
But she was in school, right? Wasn't it connected to a school?
No. It was just a regular apartment.
So she was killed in her apartment. Away while she was at school, an off-site apartment by one of the maintenance men. And since then, they have been working really hard to get rules enacted for Mia's Law, which gives rules to property managers and landlords. Can you go to it?
Oh, sorry.
Key components of a new law aimed to increase residential tenant safety became effective on January 1st, 2023. The law, codified as Florida Statutes Section 83.515 and commonly referred to as Mia's Law, is named after Mia Mercado, an Orlando college student who was tragically murdered in her apartment by a maintenance worker who entered her unit with an apartment key fob. Mia's Law imposes heightened duties on Florida landlords and property managers. Florida landlords and property managers should be aware of these changes to ensure compliance with the law. So background screenings under Mia's Law, landlords of public lodging establishments or non-transit or transit apartments are required to perform thorough background checks on any potential apartment complex employee as a condition of employment. I'm only going to read the first paragraph. Key login policy, go up, Tristan. Effective January 1st, landlords of public lodging establishments licensed as a non-transit apartment or transient apartments are required to maintain a log accounting for the issuance of return of all keys for each apartment. Landlords or property managers must also establish policies and procedures for the issuance and return of apartment keys and regulate the storage of and access to unissued keys. And aren't they supposed to change the locks too? I don't just give me back the key. Change the damn lock.
Right.
Prohibition of hourly rate accommodation. The law prohibits operators of public lodging establishments from offering hourly rates for rental accommodations.
Hourly rates?
Oh, so you can't do no more hooch motels. Hooch motels. What is it?
I didn't know that I didn't know there were places where you could rent an apartment by the hour. That's weird.
Oh, apartments by the hour.
That's what.
Extension of landlord's notice period for repairs from 12 to 24 hours. So basically, the landlords have to give you 24 hours if they are going to your apartment to repair anything, so you have adequate time to understand. So big shout outs to Mia's Law for passing and being codified. That means that it can't be undone. And I'm excited about that, and shout out to them.
Yeah, good for them.
Cardi B and Offset give birth to baby number 3. They also filed for divorce back in July, I believe it was. They were accompanied by Culture, who is 6 years old, and Wave, who was 2 years old, and now they have a new little girl that she has not named yet, but she was born on September 7th of 2024.
She's 6 days. She's almost a week old already.
Yep.
We have a picture of them on the screen here.
I'd be interested to know what her name is, because that Wave set was really
Culture,
weird.
Wave, and what could it be?
Yeah.
That's not the real baby.
No, that's a doll that she has in her hand. This might be.
Oh, that's
right
a real
here.
baby.
One of them, she was breastfeeding it.
Really?
And things, yeah. It was some really nice picture. This is him Offset giving a little skin to skin.
That's so nice. You think they're gonna get back together?
Huh?
You think they're gonna get back together?
Not now. Probably in the next 5 years.
I think that right now would probably be the time that they get back together, because the new baby is there. He's probably going to be around a lot right now. So.
Oh, Larry said
he has a new woman. Oh, sis wants all her kids to have the same father. I hear her. Because nope.
Offset new woman. I don't know.
No. Anyhow, that's good. Congratulations to them. Good news coming out. You guys enjoy the weekend. The weather is going to be gorgeous. Get out, do something fun, have a good time, drink responsibly, and
do all that.
Do a bonfire. This is one of the last weekends that's going to be nice. The rest of the weekend is going to be at least in the 80s.
In the 80s, yeah. 90s, I think Sunday's supposed to be like 85 degrees, though.
Wow.
Yeah. All right.
But y'all go out, turn up, Friday the 13th. Be careful.
I know. Be careful. See y'all later. Larry Jordan Show tonight at 5 p.m. Lock in. Lock in. Bye.
Yeah!
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
You are enjoying the miracle of radio.
Radio! New England's #1 urban Caribbean music. Radio. Spark FM.
Often I hear people talking about how high their electricity bills are. Massachusetts has programs that everyday homeowners pay for, but never look into. Have you ever considered why some homes have panels and others don't? If you have Eversource, National Grid, or Unitil for electricity, you are paying for your neighbors to get panels at no cost. The charges are on the bill. Why not get someone to pay for yours? This program also helps with re-roofing, tree cutting, and electrical upgrades. If you're tired of short-term solutions for a long-term problem, connect with Bakari to find out if your home meets the requirements to upgrade at no cost out of pocket. Save the planet, future-proof your family for power outages, and save tens of thousands of dollars on an otherwise lifelong bill. Mention Spark when you call or text SPARK to 617-833-8940 to get 2 months off your power bill covered if your home gets selected.
JP Morgan Chase is making a global commitment to break down barriers to drive inclusive economic growth all over the world. We believe there is a pressing need to help more people move up the economic ladder. That is why we are investing in communities and people to create an economy that works for all, because no community should be left behind. Right here in Boston, we're focusing that work in Dorchester, Roxbury, and Mattapan, among other neighborhoods, on improving financial health. These efforts aim to address the key drivers of the racial wealth divide head on. We're here to empower individuals, families, and small